So if we can see more Consulate until though, yeah, if you didn't know, that's the map rotations coming into the next season of our league and pro league as well. Consulate is going to be going. So first map ban, I reckon, being Fortress Death, it's going to be either a coastline or a chalet ban straight off the bat. Oregon. Well, I was completely off the mark, but that's okay. Matrix. Matrix, the way they play can vary so much that they need that teamwork. They need to have those maps that are very easy to cobble something together in a way, rather than having to rely on the strong teamwork that they have. So I'm going to guess that either a cafe or a chalet ban is going to be coming out for them. Cafe it is. Fortress Death, I'm going to go again with coastline or chalet for their second map ban. There's coastline off. Matrix, I can't see them taking Consulate, but I also can't. I don't think it's going to be chalet. I think chalet or villa is going to be the next one out for Matrix.
You're on a roll once again tonight, mate.
It is the first game. The night is still young. Chalet or Consulate, I think, is going to be taken off by Fortress Death. There's Chalet gone, and I think Matrix are going to want to take us to Clubhouse, as Consulate relies a little bit more on the team working together. There we go. Clubhouse it is. We're going to be going to Germany. Clubhouse.
I did almost spoil it. I think I did spoil it. I was like last week and I forgot to put the screen on, man. I'm a rebel today. I apologize. But yes, we're on Clubhouse. I love watching FD play Clubhouse. Not Matrix's best map, but it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I don't think we've seen Matrix with their current lineup play.
The infamous night fight we saw near Matrix on this map. I'll never
with their
forget it.
current lineup,
though,
we haven't seen this one. So we could be in for a very, very good match for both sides. Clubhouse, being Fortress Death, had a couple of rounds that didn't go their way and a couple of rounds that very narrowly did last time they played this against Rans AU.
Right, let's get stuck in because we're about to go live, chat.
Stuck in to the live game unfolding before us. Fortress Death versus Matrix. Here we go.
What do we expect from operator bands in this first match?
Cade's gone.
Operator
gone.
bands.
Thatcher's gone.
Cade's gone.
Thatcher's
Mirror.
gone.
I think Mirror's going to stay in and it's going to be a Valkyrie ban.
Okay.
Or an Ella ban. It's going to be Valkyrie or Ella as the second ban, but Cade's gone. Thatcher's gone. Jackal's going to be gone.
I'm interested to see because Matrix is
unless Fortress do something weird here, it's going to be a Jackal out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot on. I think that Matrix has nothing to lose here and everything to gain. So if they do manage to pull off a famous upset win, it's something we'll be talking about for the rest of the season, I reckon.
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to any of those upsets. Well done, Adam, with the mirror ban call. Now it's up to Matrix to decide whether Cade is in or whether something that Fortress will bring will also stay in. And Fortress, being the defender side they are, no, the Cade is going to come out.
Yeah.
Being the defender side they are, any defender ban, whether it's off meta or meta, is a good ban against Fortress Death. With the operator picks that someone like Silk has is very, very deep.
Yeah.
Rooney DMR comes to mind immediately.
So good on it. I love the way they've cleaned up the interface here. I know they've zoomed it out.
Absolutely, I love it.
Looks so much better, doesn't it? It's really cleaned it up. It's pretty substandard picks here. I like seeing Valentino in the lineup again today. Benentino, very good player. I've got a lot of time for him. Lucky enough to play with him during the week. He's a very good young gunner. So I like seeing him, and I like seeing the Mozzie pick.
We have Syra Xerxes, who we have seen before, but he's changed the spelling of his name. Binlantino or Valentino.
Yeah, Valentino.
Smurf Clown. I can't remember who Smurf Clown was.
Played with him yesterday. He's one of Harrison's mates. He plays in squad with Harrison. He's very good.
Yeah, all right.
Very good player.
And carried for life.
Not sure I've seen him, but sounds like me. Is that my gamer tag or? Also, can I just quickly point out, great to see J-Mag in the lineup this week. Big fanboy of J-Mag. I love to see him in the FD lineup. Very, very good player.
He's taken over from. So we've got Silk, Epic, Gabba, Couchy,
Shit.
Young Spewy, and
Weenus is not in this
Weenus
week.
Charlie is not in this week, being replaced by J-Mag.
Great to see
J-Mag,
J-Mag.
one of the only other times that we've seen J-Mag, he did earn himself an MVP.
16 kills. I play with him often in ranked, as you see, as most of the viewers see who watch our streams regularly. So I know and the viewers know what he's capable of. He's an incredible player. So to have him, as we always talk about him being on the bench, it's just amazing to see him in the lineup this week, and I think he's going to go big.
It just shows as well how deep we say it every week, how deep the player pool that Fortress Death do bring.
Yeah.
Bringing that Maverick though with J-Mag is really to clean up some of those bandits, some of those mutes. Mute has had a change. He's not as effective at denying the walls anymore. So we are going to be seeing the bandit be brought out more for that. They are running the mute and Mozzie combo though.
Love that subtle change of being able to run through there with the dogs bark. That's so much better, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's one of the biggest changes that needed to happen last time.
Absolutely.
This map was reworked.
Yeah, you get funneled in there and you can't do anything.
Opening gunfight is going to be going out. C4, I think, was ripped.
Couchy's down
but
bottom.
Not quite. Frag grenade does go off from Couchy. One does go off from J-Mag as well. Not sure if that got the bandit off, but it did enough for the bandit to be removed for that side of the wall. The breach is now going to be open, at least for a sightline. Drones now coming in. Players looking for each other and looking at finding the opening engagement. Xerxes takes a lot of damage against Couchy. Couchy finishes off Xerxes, and that's the opening kill for Fortress Death. Looking very strong in their first attacking round. Second one comes from J-Mag, taking out Smurf Clown on the top of Red Stairs. Looking into construction now. Young Spewy takes out Valentino, and now it's a 2v5. Matrix looking at a very uphill battle now. Silkbro's taking control of Rafters as Carried takes down Young Spewy and drops the diffuser on site. Silkbro's refragging and finding Carried for life. Syra, last one left, down below with a C4 in hand, waiting for the call that the diffuser is going down. Syra gets swung on by Epic Gabba, but takes him out first. J-Mag does finish the plant off. C4 goes out in the default spot, does find J-Mag, who I believe planted, and it's now Syra in a 1v2. Brought it back from a 1v4, done very, very well. Pre-firing the corner after getting shot at. Not managing to find anyone, but looking through the punch hole, can't find the head. Does find the head of Couchy. Now it's a 1v1, Silk Bros v Syra. Syra can't find him, sees him, pre-fires around the corner. Silk Bros taking a lot of health off him, he downs him, he finishes it. Syra with the 1v4 clutch and gets it.
Oh my god, Syra, what a play! Holy shit!
What an opening round for Syra. He has done well for himself there.
Oh my word, what a clutch by Syra. I'm speechless. I was unbelievable.
It's not very often that I'm speechless, but I am very close to being speechless with that. Syra, well done, and that was not a thrown round either. There was no one that was out of place on Fortress Death. They were holding the right angles. Syra was just better.
He was better.
That's all it was. Syra was just better. He hit different. He's built different, that man.
Oh, he won his ones. He won 3 ones. And the C4 and J-Mag, obviously, after the plant. You're right. I don't think FD did anything wrong there. Maybe Couchy got a little aggressive. Could have maybe exited out.
That was the first.
Silly window.
That was the first one.
Was Couchy on the other? Yeah, Couchy was the second last kill. Couchy was the second last one alive.
Yep. It was, who swung him down below the ash? Epic Gabba.
That was Gabba.
I don't think there was anything wrong with that when you got a 1v4. You can swing those stairs and you're going to win that most of the time. But
yeah, so then J-Mag got C4, then Couchy.
Yep.
Couchy probably, the only mistake, maybe Couchy could have gone and jumped out the Suey window. And then he could have held it from there maybe and just held across on the bomb.
But it wasn't the default plant. That's the problem.
Yeah,
it wasn't planted default, and so you wouldn't be able to watch that from Suey.
I wonder about the drone economy where they could have put a drone. Look, it's a lot of he said,
They had a 0 cam on it.
Yeah, oh, well, there you go. Oh, my word. I think he should have been outside there and holding. But anyway.
But then it leaves
unlucky.
the vault in, and
Yeah,
the vault in can
look,
be
unlucky.
dodgy, and we've seen it go in Fortress Death's favor on that vault in. So we've seen rounds won and we've seen rounds lost there. So
Incredible clutch either way. Incredible.
either way, very, very well done for Syra there, and bad luck to Fortress Death. But round 2, here we go. Fortress Death are released from their spawns and are now taking control of Garage with a very low roam presence from Matrix here.
Spewy is in here.
Spewy has dropped down Oil Pit and is now aggressively taking a lot of control and finding Carried for Life through the peak holes that were set up before he got down there. Syra finding players on his cams has now hopped off as he let Carried for Life possibly look at those cams. Valentino on the roam does find the fuse, and that's J-Mag off the board early on as well. 4v4 now with 2 minutes left on the clock. Xerxes retaking that control into Generator. Looking and waiting for those players to push down Oil Pit. Couchy taking a little bit of damage. Valentino having used his C4 to deal said damage to Couchy. Second C4 goes out from Syra. Doesn't manage to kill anyone either, nor does it manage to do any damage. Drones going out. Roaming has been... well, we hope, for the sake of Fortress Death, that the roaming has been shut down by the Nomad Jabs going down. Epic Gabba finding Valentino or Valentino. Syra have been tagged up substantially in another separate gunfight. Xerxes finding that player on Generator very well. Syra does go down and gets finished off by Couchy. 2v4 now, once again. Still in favor of Fortress Death. Xerxes holding off Generator from inside Church. Epic Gabba finding Smurf Clown. Now it's down to a 1v4. Xerxes pre-firing out, but doesn't manage to hit the same shots. Silk Bros finishing him off. A very dominant round there for Fortress.
Very nice bounce back round there. You can see that one thing we always talk about with Fortress Death is they never get tilted. Even if they do lose a round, like they did last round, there's no tilt. They're back to business the very next round. They really methodically took down that beautiful entry frag from Young Spury on the kill hole. It was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful shot.
Either one or two things happen there. One, they get tilted, but it's very, very quick, and it's all over before the next prep phase starts. So in the operator selection, they might be going absolutely ham at each other, and then it's all over. That round happened. We move on. It's in the past.
Yeah.
But they get all that frustration out very quickly and then go back to business as usual. Or it doesn't affect them, or they'll absolutely have a go at each other after the game.
They're pretty a measured team, as you said. I think they just get on with business as we spoke about. But yeah, really beautiful entry frag, followed up by, I believe it was Silk, after J-Mag was fragged out upstairs on the fuse. So really good counter frags, and yeah, very convincing round win.
Matrix doing the right thing here, in my mind at least, changing up the sites already. Don't go to the same site that you just lost very, very handily. Go to a different site, change it up, work it, think about what you can do better next time for that site, but play a different site in the meantime. And this site, probably with their first site hold, I would have held this site before going down to the basement. Anyway, being that you hold them very, very similarly.
We've seen that. I hate that door shut off of the castle. I get it. But
Same with the red rotate.
Yeah. I think there's no way out for that person.
We've spoken about it so many times, but it is obviously a strategy that these teams do play it, and I would love to come onto the PlayStation servers and be able to show why that's a bad idea, but once again, that's just me.
Early control here.
A little bit of early control, a little bit of early droning. They haven't quite taken rafters yet. They are probably going to get that breach open. A little cheeky claymore going down at the drone hole by Young Spewy.
Does love to play the ace, Young Spewy. Very skilled player. They are in. Holy.
Well, the new recoil might prove a little bit difficult for him. Epic Gabba finding the shot onto Syra, and that is the main player for Matrix off the board. But now, Epic Gabba, finding himself just trapped in logistics just a little bit.
That's the problem.
Carried for life.
Yeah, they've got him caught in the cross now.
Holding him down. He is now caught in that cross. Smurf Clown not quite managing to... I don't know if he knows or if he's being pressured from the window and not able to hold the angle. Silk Rose on said window, looking for any player. Valentino finds Young Spewy, and that's the ace off the board now. Couchy being taken out as well by Valentino. Frag going out from J-Mag.
Ooh!
Flops over and gets carried for life. J-Mag finding a second one onto Xerxes, and now it's a 3v2. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Epic Gabba on very low health. Needs to go and get the diffuser. It looks like it's dropped down inside of CCTV, and he needs to cross cache to get it. Valentino looking at a very odd castle map, but knows there's the player behind it. Silk Rose still on that window, finds Smurf Clown just that little bit, doesn't manage to land the killing blow. Tags him up for 50 though.
Oh, well played.
Smurf Clown finishing off Epic Gabba and leaves it as a 2v2. J-Mag finding Smurf Clown, Valentino finding Silk Rose, 1v1, J-Mag v Valentino. They know where each other are. Or maybe J-Mag does not quite yet, as he drones him out. Now he knows where he is. It's going to be an even fight. Prone behind the bomb chassis now, waiting for the swing to come on in. Not bomb chassis, around the moto. Free fires going out every which way. Valentino knows exactly where J-Mag is going to peek. Free fires the head as he peeks around. Well done for Valentino with the triple.
Really well played by Valentino. J-Mag was going nuclear with a beautiful 4K. And Valentino just said, nah, I'm not having it. And he came straight back up. And I believe we have to pause as we have a player who has disconnected. So we'll pause the lobby and hopefully we can get this player back in. But Valentino, brilliant round there. Absolutely outstanding shot. Beautiful shot to hit on J-Mag. J-Mag was really... apparently it's a sound glitch. Okay. J-Mag had a wonderful couple of shots there to equalize. Very interesting. Still took that gunfight on the window there. Maybe a bit of a misplay. If you just waited for J-Mag to come in, they could have held the cross on Valentino. So just very interesting decision to take that fight on the window. Maybe felt he could hit the shot.
Especially especially without that full control of the suicide window or AC window, the one in cache. Without full control there, I think there was still another player unaccounted for that they had. Oh, we've had one from Fortress leave as well.
Some sound glitches.
Right.
Just... yeah, all good. Epic's restarting the app. We've just been given some information. Thank you, Breaches. Thank you. We'll just go to full cam while we wait, so we don't just sit on this screen. We've got Epic Gabba is back in, but an interesting start. Matrix in front, 2-1. Not something we thought would. We do know how good FD are on defense, so we want to get too carried away, and it is pretty stock standard to go forward.
I believe Fortress Death have picked the
attacking side,
defense side, so they've picked to go attack first, which we do see quite often. They pick that attack and then they roll over. They just try and get as many rounds on the board in their attack, and then try and flawless the defense. And usually it works quite well for them.
Yeah.
It didn't quite work as well last week on a bit of an interesting map pick against a very, very strong team. Not what I would have done. They made a choice.
Yeah.
It was not necessarily the choice that I would have made had I been in their position, but they made it and they've lived with it and they've come out relatively strong. I think that first round could have been theirs very, very easily. That second round was theirs very, very easily. And that third round, once again, I think that third round is the closest round we've had so far.
Yes, agreed. Obviously, Valentino had a really nice shot, but I guess, I mean, Harrison, outside of Harrison's amazing 4K clutch, you know, that was a pretty strong round for FD to start. You know, it took a special play or special player to make that round winnable for them.
A special play made by a special player.
Exactly. It's an incredible clutch. But yeah, we're just waiting on confirmation. We do have Epic back in the lobby. We're just waiting on Xerx to come back in.
While we wait,
Yeah.
we've got the podcast that we didn't have this week. Who are we having on, or this coming week? Who are we having
We will
on?
have
We're
the
having
same people we had scheduled to.
So
go
we're
and
having
appear last
Benny
week.
and
Tokyo.
Benny and Tokyo, and then for the final round week, we're going to have Syra, who we've just seen have a massive round, and Ashton, yeah,
Yes.
or Zanasny.
Mm-hmm.
Get both the brothers
for the final one before the end of the season. I think that'll be a nice one.
It will be a nice one. One of them going to finals, and one of them not looking like they're able to make finals at this rate, but just trying to stay out of that relegation spot as well, Matrix, because we don't speak about that enough. Can we bring up the ladder while we wait?
We can bring up the ladder
briefly
whilst we're killing time.
Got a bit of time to speak about the ladder as well. 7F is obviously safe from relegation. Same with Ranzayu, all the way down to, I think, Slammers Association are safe as well. So you've got 4 teams at the bottom. Well, 3 teams, because August has already been disbanded for the end of the season. So they will not be appearing next season. They may play in the play-in tournament that we will be running before the start of next season to see who gets to have those 2 spots into the league and who doesn't quite make it. New Era, they've had some ups, they've had some downs. They've been a little all over the place this season, but when they look good, they look bloody good, but when they don't, they fall flat on their ass. Enemy are relatively similar there. They have looked good a couple of times, and it's just unfortunately a couple of times that they have looked good, they've been up against a team that's just been very, very strong. 7F, Rans, Nefarious, Fortress Death. Matrix, they've had some absolute cracking games, and if they don't, it'll be sad to see any of these teams go. They've all become a part of the league, but they will have a chance to fight for it. Whoever does end up in that second bottom or bottom spot, other than August, will get to fight for their spot. Whether that be New Era, Enemy, or Matrix, against the team that comes second in the play-in tournament. Because the prize for the play-in tournament, first gets straight in, second gets a chance to fight out one of these teams in a best of 3 to get put into the league for next season. So, I don't know who it will be. No one knows who it will be. But regardless of who it will be a very, very good, high-stakes best of 3 match to watch, to play, to cast, just to be around, really. But all of these teams play very differently. Matrix play their own brand of Siege. New Era play very structured, and Enemy play very loosely.
We are good to go. He's back in. He is back in, so do apologise.
We're all back in. We're good.
Good to go, so we will get this one
good to go
on track. We'll unresume the pause timer. There we go. Do apologise for the delay. It is an online tournament. These things happen, unfortunately. Disconnections and stuff are part of what we do, and we just try and get around as best as possible. So thank you for your patience, chat, and the players within the game. So we are good to go.
It would not be competitive Siege without a rehost, a pause of timer, a restart of the game, something not going quite as planned, the roof falling in on a LAN tournament or the power going out, all of those things, they happen. And it's not all the time it's the actual game. It could just be the facilities. It could be anything.
Agreed.
Never goes as planned, but I think that's just part of competitive gaming, online or LAN in general, not just Siege. So, round 4. Back to that CCTV cache, I believe.
Yes.
The round that was won very handily
by Syra.
By Syra. Not quite the rest of the Matrix roster, but there we are. As they are 2-1 on the quarter of regulation time. Now we talk about split. Split is at the halfway mark. After round 6, the teams swap sides, And if you're Fortress Death, 2-4 would be perfect for you.
Yeah.
2-4 allows you to just get by with winning 5 defensive rounds, and they are very much capable of doing that. Matrix, 4 is good, but 5 is even better. If they can go for a clean sweep for the rest of their defensive rounds, that's what you're wanting if you are Matrix. Fortress, any other rounds is good for you. It's a little bit higher stakes so far for Matrix, or for the next couple of rounds for Matrix. Good droning coming in from Epic Gabba as well.
Do like the way they go.
Goes out and takes J-Mag down very low. He does manage to hit Carried for Life and down him.
Don't think he knows he's down though. He's gonna get killed by the ace
does,
charge, yeah?
But the ace charge could just finish him off.
Does it? No.
Not quite. It's not quite low enough to do so.
He's ungettable anyway. You can't get him. Oh!
Cannot pick him up. Syra finished off by Silk Bros on the 0. 0, not a very well-picked choice. Carried for Life knows he's not savable, so he has just let himself bleed out.
Yep.
Silk Bros managing to take out Carried for Life. On down, J-Mag. It's Couchy, sorry. Looking at opening up a lot of vertical play into those green box spots. J-Mag trying to clear out that Rafters player. Red ping is going to go out, and it looks like it's coming from a 0 cam. Valentino gets finished off by Epic Gabba. Smurf Clown very tagged as well. Playing that top red stairs position. Does get droned out and can't quite hit it. Manages to finish it off there. Pre-firing at the breach with that Elder. 43 shots still left in the mag. Ooh. That's a nice addition. Does manage to find Silk Bros with a fantastic pre-fire there. Xerxes and Smurf Clown are all that's left. Xerxes finds one and gets the down. Diffuser is now down on site. Wallbang tries to come out, but he just misses the head. Looking at finding, I think it's Silk Bros that's playing inside of, finds Young Stewie and finishes him off. J-Mag also finished off by Smurf Clown. Epic Gabba does get the retrade onto Smurf Clown. Epic Gabba and Couchy versus Xerxes here. Xerxes sees the Muppet head come through, but does not quite manage to land the shot on the repeak. Epic Gabba with the crouch repeak, landing the shot.
Very nice shot by Gabba there. You quick peeked him, got the information, and then literally used the bomb and the cover to his advantage, and it hit a beautiful shot. Very close round. Nice comeback from Matrix there. Little bit worried with Couchy downstairs when it went to 2v1, I believe. Couchy, I think, actually got a kill from underneath, didn't he? Oh, I could be wrong there.
Not sure, because...
Oh, the Maestro. Who killed the Maestro?
The player that killed the Maestro was standing on red, so there's not a...
Was it Gabba? It might have been Gabba.
It might have been Gabba, but there was not a vertical play onto...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no vertical play you can do onto that red stairs. You can sort of get an angle onto Cash, most of Cash, if not all of Cash. All of CCTV as well is vertically... There is a vertical ability to get to it.
J-Mag just six-picking onto the buck, from the buck. A little bit of gamesmanship there. What we want to call it.
Gamesmanship or indecisiveness?
Indecisiveness, I'll go with.
Now, I can't see chat, but if we can have a poll up, was that gamesmanship or indecisiveness? Someone put that up.
I'm going with gamesmanship. Let's give him the credit. Let's pretend he was playing... we talk about the mental often. You talk about the mental aspect of Siege a lot. And I think Jay actually playing some funny games there. Good start from Matrix. You gotta be pretty happy with your Matrix right now. They're doing a lot right. And this is a very vaunted team in FD, sorry. So
at the start of the season, we looked at FD and went, "Who the hell are these guys? Never heard of them before." But we've come to love them and we've come to fear them as much as a lot of the other players in the server have. They've come to love them and they've come to fear them probably equally as well.
Where's the fourth player? He's up the top. There he is. Okay,
Valentino on the the long roam, looking at taking that garage control, or maybe for a late flank on Oil Pit.
Sounded like there's a pre-place from Xerxes. I could hear it. Believe it might be in the hallway.
Might be under kitchen or in the hallway. Yeah.
Droning J-Mag in.
Can we see if we can see any of the Valcam spots on those players, either Smurf Clown or Xerxes?
Get on him. Yeah, I think it's right here where he is.
Not quite. That was the C4 that went off and didn't quite do any damage. There is one C4 still placed and one and two in the back pocket.
Good information there.
They are some fantastic outcam spots. Valentino finding J-Mag as the opener. That's the buck off the board now. Valentino not taking any damage in that gunfight. Valentino still on the upstairs, having that control of rafters. Looks like young Spewy about to push in. Not quite young Spewy. It's Silk Bros on that Flores. Not going to be able to finish off Valentino, who wisely decides that gunfight's not for me. I'm gonna hop out of there.
He's doing a
Smurf Clown
great job wasting time.
On the roam as well.
Great job wasting
Just
time.
Low.
They've wasted so much time on Valentino right now. And yeah,
Epic Gabba coming up and taking that rafters control, looking for the cam, does manage to find it, and that's Valentino finding young Spewy and getting himself a double. Not losing any health there. Dips into construction. Epic Gabba knows roughly where he is or not. He's looking for player as he's upstairs. Valentino holding the very sword angle, swings him and does manage to hit the head. Syra finding Couchy as well. This is an absolute bloodbath. Pre-place goes off and finds Silk Bros to finish it off after Silk Bros killed Xerxes.
That round was all Valentino. What a roam. Literally, they tried to pinch him from different sides. He got 2 different kills. So he got the initial, he got a 4K in that round. It was absolutely beautiful. So he gets the entry frag to set up to then waste time for them when he took J-Mag out. They didn't have to go and spend a minute and a half in the round trying to find him. They try and pinch him from 2 different sides. He kills both of them and then takes out Epic Gabby for the 4th. It was an incredible round. Absolute masterclass.
The swing was very, very mistimed.
Yeah.
A lot of the push from Fortress there onto Valentino was mistimed. It was just 1v1v1. And Valentino just won his ones.
Very very good round.
One would think that you would push at different times just to throw more ones into it.
I think there was a miscommunication there because he didn't vault in on the window. I think he was thinking that the guy was pushing cash was going to get the kill, but when he didn't, he hesitated, and that was the difference for Valentino to be able to get the kill and then go into construction and hide in that little corner and get the frag on Epic without knowing where he was. So, great play by Valentino. That round was all in.
I don't know how many drones they had as well. Maybe just a lack of droning, lack of that information that they could have brought out. I'm liking the picks that they're bringing now. Less off-meta picks for Fortress here. They're not bringing the Zero, not bringing the Nook. They're bringing those more standardized picks that we see very often run in all levels of Siege, Sledge, Ash, Maverick, Ace, and not Habana, that's Nomad. Either way, you can't go wrong with that lineup in terms of you've got coverage to do everything you need to do in a round. Over on the defense as well. Very standard lineup for, again, every level of Siege that you can play at. Bandit, Jaeger for grenade denial, Bandit for wall denial, Malusi for some flank denial and information from the Banshees. Mute for that information denial, and Smoke for area denial and time denial. Carried for life, going on a very, very long roam into strip, maybe looking for a run out pick, but no one going for that round. Or it's a late flank, a very, very late flank. Facilitated just that little bit by Xerxes. Using that extra ammo in the shotgun to great effect. Hatch is going to be realized that it's opened by Couchy.
Oh, that was
but
such a
is
bait.
going to be finished off by Carried for Life on that late and very large flank there. That's Couchy on the Ash off the board. C4 just ready to be tossed out. Is going to be tossed out. Doesn't find anyone. Runs into the C4, but it does not C4. The
Claymore.
But doesn't do enough damage through the wall as he was already out of the cone of influence.
Well, that was a very that was really nice.
Valentino finding Epic Gabba, and that is a 3v5 now. 1 minute 30 left on the clock. J-Mag sending it up red stairs, finding the bandit of Syra, and that is the first kill there for Fortress Death. More gunfights coming out. They still haven't taken Rafters control, and they need to do that before any sort of plant can go down. They do have that red stairs control, but it's slowly being whittled down as J-Mag takes some shots and then gets finished off by Carried. Not Carried, sorry, that's Valentino. Valentino on that Rafters, playing an absolute menace of a game right now. Smurf Clown retaking that control that was taken by Fortress Death with the demise of J-Mag. That's Silk Bros going down to Carried for life. Once again, an absolute menace on that roam.
Ooh.
Does find the player in stock, and that's Young Spewy off the board. 2-4 for the split for Matrix. If you're a Matrix fan, you got to be happy.
Very good start for Matrix.
If you're a Fortress fan as well, it's 2-4 on the split, and now you're on defense. Could be quite happy there. Valentino absolutely going nuclear this game. 10 kills already, but we switch over to the attack. The momentum could shift just that slight little bit. Silk Bros picking up the Tachanka, not an operator that we see, or an operator that we're seeing more and more prevalently in all levels of Siege. Epic Gabba on the Doc. Now, Doc is not an operator that we've been seeing very often lately since the since Ubisoft took his ACOG away from him, leaving him with just the 1.5 scope. No longer does Doc run rampant on those windows.
I like to see the operator pick here. What a great half coming out from Matrix here. Some real individual efforts in all of the defensive rounds that they've won. Really, I guess what you're seeing was a little bit of disjoint in the attacks from FD. It wasn't very FD-like. They did fail to clear the roam on virtually every single attack, outside of probably the first or second one. And really great performance all round from and some really good individual efforts. So Smurf Clown's had his moment, Carried for Life's had his moment, Valentino's had a couple of great rounds, and Syra obviously had his amazing 4K clutch. So they're getting a lot of individual rounds won by some stellar individual performances within the round so far. But credit to them, and now let's see if they can back it up on their attack here, because we all know how good FD are on defense, and we want to see if Matrix can put some attacks together.
If they can take that momentum, seize it with both hands, and ride it all the way to the finish line, they could, in fact, give us the upset that we are waiting for in this tournament, in this league. J-Mag with a very, very aggressive roam there into pool table and waiting. I'm not sure he knows how much resources is going to be going his way. Valentino not overdroning and does find him Xerxes ready for the swing. Free-firing into the position that he is in, that new doorway, serving for J-Mag to get out of dodge.
As well. Like he's getting pinched.
J-Mag's
getting pinched from everywhere.
J-Mag finding one onto Valentino. That's the big player off the board, as well as a Finker. No more boosts coming out there. Firing through the wall. He's absolutely pinched there, and he finds none of them. J-Mag being taken out by Carried for Life, but off camera, someone took out Xerxes as well. I think that was Couchy.
Spewy took him out.
Spewy took him out. Pardon me.
Oh!
Young Spewy once again onto Siren, looking for a third as well, tagging up Smurfclown just that little bit. Couchy has received the stim from the Doc, and that is going to put him back in contention for later in the round. Smurfclown slow peeking the door, trying to make as little noise as he can. Quick peeks it. Free fires come out from Young Spewy, but the repeak is nowhere to be seen. Silk Bros with an interesting angle there onto the bottom of main stairs.
Gotta love it.
I love the angles that this man finds. He finds more angles than I do. And it's fantastic to see. I'm learning angles off him that I didn't know existed. It's great to watch. Carried for life, looking down that Moto hatch.
Ooh.
Refiring and does manage to find young Spewy. That's the bandit off the board. See you later. It's now a 3v2 for Fortress. Silk Bros with the fire ready. Double drop down Moto hatch. Pre-fire's coming out. One player on Moto, finding the feet, but not managing to find the kill. Epic Gabba going down to Smurf Clown, and now it's a 2v2. Health advantage definitely in Fortress's favor. Both of them, one of them on the bomb chassis. Couchy being taken down by Smurf Clown once again. Smurf Clown starts to plant. Silk Bros with Chunker LMG is going to have to make something happen here. Pre-fire comes out on the default bomb spot. The low peak. Blocked by the gun. Blocked by the sight of Tachanka. Finishing him off as well and finishing off the round. Well done for Matrix.
I'm speechless. Are we on the cusp here of a massive upset? It's looking very good for Matrix right now. What an attack. That just fell to pieces. I think it was 4-on-2. 2v4 clutch, I believe. Definitely 4-on-2. Spewy got killed.
2v4,
Yep, 2v4 clutch. That is a huge comeback. That is very un-FD-like. A little bit of ill discipline there. Some of the gunfights they took. Epic Gabba was just unlucky. He got collapsed at the same time. Beautiful shot from Smurf Clown onto, I believe it was Couchy underneath the table. That was a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
So a couple of really nice shots.
That was a gunfight that was really... That was Couchy's to lose, and he did lose it.
Yeah, exactly.
He had all the advantages that he could have had, but unfortunately did not manage to win it.
FD on the ropes here. Not something I don't think anybody at the start of the match would be ever thinking that this could possibly happen. But that's why you play the games. And as we said in the pre-show, Matrix has everything to gain here and nothing to lose. And they are playing like that. And it is to their benefit. And they have a real opportunity to take this one home. And if they just put two clean attacks together, we're going to be talking about a huge Matrix upset over Fortress Death.
It will be a huge Matrix upset, and it's going to push Fortress Death into that little bit of shaky ground, whether they can hold on to that 4th spot and that final spot even in the league. They might have their finals hopes ripped away from them by Matrix, and Matrix, by winning this, just clawing their way out of a relegation prospect.
This is the one you have to win for them because they don't want to be falling back and relying on the last round to secure their finals chances.
Valentino finding young Spewy. Valentino also finding Couchy. That's two very, very quick kills there for Valentino, but Spawn Peak does come out. Silk Bros finding Valentino and dipping right away before the repeat can come through.
Oh, Cyrus' timing was a little bit off there. He would have got him on the drop there if had he been a little bit quicker. Oof. That was explosive. Valentino is having an unbelievable game on 12 and 5 right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that... I don't know if it was last week, maybe rattled Fortress Death losing 7-1 against 7F, but need to put that out, and maybe they've just lost the mental game quicker than they usually do. Usually we see them as a very composed team, but maybe they've lost the mental this time, and very un-FD-like, as you like to put it.
They're holding very aggressive positions as well. Like they're trying to play an aggressive game like they normally do, but it doesn't seem to be working right now, and they might need to change it up a little bit.
Might need to change it up just that little bit, but Xerxes and Smurf Clown, a little bit of miscommunication there and a little bit of wasted utility as two of those can open up the hatch without any Maverick Torch. Now, I didn't point this out earlier, but the basement is going to be held again by FD, and it's maybe not the best way to do it after the very dominant performance that we did see from Matrix overall. However, they are going for a bit of a different push this time, going down that main stairs. players other than Silk Bros have dipped back down onto site.
They haven't dealt with him here. That's a real worry for them. They were worried that he was up top. They spent so much utility up top. It's my
33 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, my
Syra
bottom
pushing
now.
down dirt and trying to cut the site in half, using the pixel between those beams. Xerxes is going to go down to Epic Gabba.
Epic
Epic Gabba
Gabba.
finds a second onto Smurf Clown. He's looking. Silk Bros finds a third, and that's carried for life out. Syra in dirt, all that's left. Finds J-Mag, but can he do any more? 2, 3, 4 health left on his health bar. Needing to find 2. Silk Bros pistol in hand. Free Fires come out through the wall. Doesn't manage to do it. That's a defender round. Fortress death. 2v1. Syra not managing to clutch it out a second one.
We talk a lot about momentum. Will that be the round that breaks the momentum of Matrix? They really needed that one, FDs. Like, we all know, we all seen how well Match has been playing in this one. My word, was that a tough clutch. That was they had the man advantage. They were looking good. They got 2 entry picks from Valentino, which was incredible. But it was the presence of Silk Bros, the leader of the team, stepping up and saying, boys, we're not losing this round. I'm going to bring us back. His roam created chaos, and they didn't deal with him, and then it came down to just a couple of beautiful flags from Epic Gabba, and then Silk Bros with a beautiful flick onto the 0 on the stairs coming down, and it was a clean mop-up round and a clean clutch, and it gets them right back into this match.
I think it was when I realized there was 30 seconds left. Silk Bros still on the roam upstairs. He had fallen back to site at that point, but he was sitting on main stairs waiting for a swing. That's when I realized that Matrix had such an uphill struggle left to do to take that site, get a plant down, or get those kills.
Ultimately, they funneled through the one door, and this time they killed Epic Gabba last time, but not this time.
He was just able.
He hit both shots this time as opposed to last time when they hit a beautiful shot.
He was just able to hit those shots.
Yep.
And we're going to be seeing Fortress Death go upstairs. Now, you mentioned chaos earlier, and you do not know how big of a grin I had on my face when you mentioned that word. It's my favorite thing in Siege. Create that chaos, throw everyone off, completely just do something unexpected. And really, with Fortress Death, sometimes you just need to expect the unexpected, especially Silk Bros, bringing out that DMR Aruni that he's almost becoming famous for.
Yeah. It's his comfort pick. It's his comfort pick.
It's the Silk Bros play.
Yeah, it is. Gotta love
it's like
it.
we talk about Wall Dog on the Flores. Flores plays.
Yep.
Silk Bros is the Aruni
It's iconic.
DMR. It is iconic.
Interesting push here. I like this. Valentino woke up today and chose violence. He is just having a monster game. Honestly, he did. He's 12-5. Look at him. He's in there. They're droning him in. He's backing his skill. And he's been outstanding on the entry frag.
You have chosen violence.
He's going to get a pick here if that guy continues to drone him in. No, don't let the other guy drone him unless he got killed. No, I think he got killed. Yeah.
Droning himself in, pre-fires through the wall, does manage to find J-Mag, carried for life, finishing him off as well.
Beautiful play.
Valentino doing a lot of damage. Valentino being taken out by Young Spewy, and that's very, very quick for the heaviest fragger on the team for tonight. Smurf Clown running around downstairs, almost looking a little bit lost. Carried for life, takes out Young Spewy, and that is refragging Valentino after the death. Epic Gabba on the roam, coming down from downstairs. Syra on the upside down rappel, looking into those server stacks, trying to find any of those players. Carried for life, free-firing in onto red, getting hit by the electrified wall just that little bit. C4 comes out, doesn't do any damage.
Oh, that's an
I don't know why you went for the mute, but you managed to hit the shot onto Couchy. Epic Gabba finding carried for life. Silk Bros with that DMR taking out Syra, and that is 2v2. 2v1 with Silk Bros finding Xerxes. Smurf Clown all down to it, takes out Silk Bros, looking for the second one, swings onto red stairs after the quick peek. No, not quite.
Gabba.
Epic Gabba knowing exactly where he is.
Gabba's having a huge impact in this game right now, and Silk just said not today. Again, the two big players who have been the form players of FD the last couple of weeks, Gabba's and Silk Bro, just absolutely not having it, and a great clutch. The DMR comes out, he hits two beautiful shots. Great round again, and a very close round. Some great play and a very contending match so far, Kilo.
Look, everyone on the server really has been having an impact. Xerxes doesn't look like it from the scoreboard, but we have seen at least one plant come down from him, and we've seen the droning coming in from him as well. And that's such an understated position in games like this. Is that droning is so important and really led to that first attacking round from Matrix being as impactful as it was. 6-pick onto the Capcan there. I am a massive fan of Capcan. I personally main Capcan.
Very nice.
In ranked and in whenever I can. Whenever I can play Capcan, I'll play Capcan.
Like to see it.
Is not quite a meta pick as such. You're not really bringing much to the team other than slowing down a doorway or doing a little bit of damage, but it is what it is. Capcan's had a little bit of a stealth nerf as well with the armor system becoming health, because explosives were not changed by armor.
Yes.
So you're now going to do 50 health damage, which used to do 50 health damage onto those 3 armor operators. So whether you were Fuse, Gridlock, whoever it was, you'd take 50 health. Now you take 50 health, which leaves you on 70 rather than on 50. A little bit of a fun fact for everyone.
Facts with Kilo, chat. In case you didn't realize, it's a new segment. We'll be introducing a new segment each week on the podcast. Interesting facts by Kilo.
I'll just run through some really weird interactions, maybe. Just do something that people are not expecting. Or if people have any questions between interactions, I'll probably be able to answer them because I'm a bit of a nerd with this. Silkbro is finding the first one onto Carried for Life, and that is a bit of a spawn peek going out, using his impacts to create a rotate around. Looking for a second one now, still being very, very aggressive, our Silkbros. Ouchie also being aggressive upstairs. One on rafters still, looking for that young Spewy pick. He has been tagged up just a little bit. 2 players on drones outside. Silkbros being swung from lounge or from stock. Couchy is going to be taken down by Valentino. Xerxes looking for that final shot. Young Spewy is going to go down as well. 2 players down on the side of Fortress, and it is now going to be a glorified 3v4.
Can they get that player? They need to
in favor of Matrix.
Have to get that player up.
Xerxes is going to take the 50 health damage from the Capcan. Free fires are going to come out. Epic Gabba's going to go down. Finds 2, finds 3. Valentino going big for his team. Silkbro's still downstairs. Plant is going to go down for Smurf Clown. Does manage to get that off. Silkbro's finding 1 in Xerxes. Nearly finding 2 in Syra. Free fires coming out. Not using the PMM. Finding 1 in Syra there. Everyone on FD watching. Silkbros has made the call. Please, where am I? Where are they? Batman, where is the reactor? Is going to look for that player. Gets air jabbed and Smurf Clown finishes him off.
Ooh. Wow. That was all Valentino. That was unbelievable play by Valentino.
Match point for Matrix.
Shit, that was incredible. Excuse my language. That was a holy shit moment. Honestly, wowee.
I didn't think we were going to be saying that.
No.
But match point for Matrix against Fortress Death. That is not a sentence I was expecting to say at the halfway point of this league. Match point for Matrix against Fortress Death.
I'll tell you what, if you're GSA right now and you are just absolutely rooting for Matrix through all your energy and channeling all your energy is right on Matrix right now, you want them to win, because an upset here really puts GSA back in the box seat to be able to finish in the top 4, and someone's going to miss out. So if FD don't step up in the next 2 rounds to get this to overtime at the minimum, we're looking at big trouble for them, and we can maybe even talking about them not even making finals, which is unfathomable. 2 weeks ago.
This is a must win for Fortress Death here, to be able to say, yeah, we're still in that finals box seat, but there is another 2 teams that are still in those seats as well, with the same amount of score.
Yeah, Slammers could potentially, if they win out and they get some results there, where they can still make it as well. So there is 6 teams that are officially still in the finals.
Slammers and GSE still can, and Matrix, if they win this,
no,
their hope for
relegation,
making it out of that relegations reignites as well.
Someone in chat just FD on top in quotation marks. No, that's a bit of a shade one there. That's some shade being
the trash talk coming out. There is going to be 3 C4s being brought out from Fortress Death as well. C4 on the Kapkan, the best secondary for Kapkan, in my humble opinion. Silkbro's moving on to the Legion as well. So not quite working out as well as it could have for him. Syra looking for those bandit charges.
Not going to do it again, are they? Valentino got 2 picks off this hole last time.
J-Mag is going to look for that spot as well. Valentino.
Oh no, it's Epic Gabba's taking it now. He's just stepping up. Oh, they brought a blitz.
Xerxes on the blitz, looking at pushing upstairs. Valentino finding one onto Couchy. That's Couchy down for the count.
Couchy's had a shocker. I hate to say it, and Couchy's had a great season, but this is the worst I've seen Couchy play in this tournament. He's an amazing player.
Just not having any luck tonight, and that's
a big
what it is. Silkbro's finding the equalizer, encouraged for life. Syra looking for that vertical, someone's managed to down Valentino. I think that might have been J-Mag there, looking down that dirt. He doesn't quite know that he's downed as points are off. That is part of the struggles that we have put these players under. Xerxes does manage to find the camera eventually on the blitz.
He
nearly runs through it.
That would have been his life. I don't think they can get to Valentino. I think he bleeds out here. I don't see how
I think he does bleed out here. He is holding on for it, but no one's coming down that oil pit. Blitz is going to be spotted. Silkbro's managing to deal with the blitz. Epic Gabba finding Syra. J-Mag is going to get that bleed out onto Valentino, and that is all up to Smurf Clown. 1v4. We've seen it from Syra. We've seen it from... Who else did we see the 1v4 clutch? Or maybe it was a 2v4 clutch from. But Matrix, the kings of clutches tonight. Will we see another one from Smurf Clown that takes them all the way to victory? I'm not sure about it. Silkbros is still downstairs. I think they still have that Roma upstairs as well. No, they don't. They're going to have all of that utility pushed towards the main stairs. Smurf Clown very wary of the roaming potential that could be coming in. Looking at that Moto Hatch drop that has been used very, very strong. He does manage to find one. Smurf Clown finding Silkbros on the Legion, but trading most of his health for that.
Oh, don't walk into that bandit.
The wall as well. He could go down to that, and that would be embarrassing as the last one. But the roam upstairs. Young Spewy finishing him off and taking us one step closer to overtime.
Whew. We could be on the cusp of some milestones. If this goes to overtime, I think we're going to set a kill record broken by either Valentino or Silkbros if this goes to max OT. Because Valentino is on 17 kills in 11 rounds. That is incredible, as is Silk on 14 and Gabba on 11. As we talked about before, I just want to highlight Spewy and Couch having uncharacteristically quiet games. Xerxes struggled this game. Does have 5 assists, so he's been unlucky. But the other 4 players on Matrix are really having a great game. Syra, actually, outside of Syra's first round, he struggled a little bit too. But Smurf Clown, Carried, and Valentino have been amazing today for Matrix. They are really putting the money back today. Whew. Match point Matrix. Here we go. What will we see here in this round, chat? Really looking forward to seeing if Matrix can close this one out. Are they good enough? Do they have that winning mentality or that mantra to be able to close this one out? We're about to see, guys. It's going to be an epic round here for both teams. Pardon the pun, Epic Gabba. Who's going to come up with it? Matrix have had a really good match so far. It would be a shame if they let this one slip because they kind of deserve something out of this. I feel like they've played incredibly well today. and you want to see them. You want to see them get a win. I feel like they've played well enough to win this game. FD have been hanging in there, haven't played their best game, but they do win scrappy. We've seen that before. They don't always play the most perfect siege, but when they do get it right, they get it very right. Silk Bros is on a new aggressive peek here in the DMR. Misses. Ooh.
Doesn't quite manage to hit that shot out of that garage door. That spawn peak sometimes very hard to get, and especially with that low fire rate of the DMR that we see. Carried for Life looking at pushing in through Strip or maybe in through Jacuzzi. Silk Bros still roaming around that garage area.
With the upgrade to IQ, he might be onto something here, Valentino. With the underneath
Definitely
play.
might be, but could also be playing for the gun. That gun, the G8, going burr, as we love to say, does indeed go burr, and with that, Ira does take a little bit of damage. First grenade gets eaten up by the ADS.
Hold on a second, I feel lucky.
Second one as well.
Yes, love this. He's looking for somebody on a drone here. Patiently.
As we can see on the overview, there is nobody on a drone, nobody on a camera either. He's going to spot one on the top of red stairs. He's going to swing it and push it, but no one still there. He's going to have to take out. He's going to look at it and find the head of Epic Gabba. That's Epic Gabba down. Syra finding Silk Bros as well. Looks like that's through the main breach.
Oh, Spewy.
Young Spewy does find Xerxes. Xerxes having a very unlucky game, but that's a 2-for-1 trade is not going to be bad. Syra nearly taking out Valentino there. That would have been absolutely horrible and heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Young Spewy looking at taking out anyone who comes in from that suicide window. Couchy looking at being on the flank, just needs to push around and find the player on suicide and work out why it's called suicide. Valentino pushing into sight and getting control of that CCTV room.
Oh, this is trouble. This is trouble. He's going to clutch this up and get 20 kills.
He's going to push it
He's
up.
got one.
He does find one. Looking for a second one on red stairs. Looks away. Carried for Life getting taken out by Couchy. Valentino trading out with J-Mag, and that is the 20 bomb dropped by Valentino. New kill record. Plant goes down. It's all down to Couchy. Couchy not with the most lucky game this so far. Pre-firing around in con. They know where he is now. Smurf Clown and Syra still on the hunt for him. Couchy panicking just that little bit.
Oh!
Doesn't quite manage to clutch it out, and that is the upset
of the season. Right there, chat. Holy shit. Matrix just took down Fortress Death. I repeat, Matrix just took down Fortress Death. Valentino with a 20 kill game and the record in the league. 20 kills. Valentino, take a bow, brother. You've just put on an absolute clinic. That is a special performance, buddy. Holy kilo. The kill record. Oh, you eating? Sorry. Oh my god, chat. I'm so sorry, Kilo. I love you, Killer. Wow. The kill record has been broken. Valentino, what a special performance.
That was a kill record that had been held by 4 people, all at the same time. They had an equal hold on that kill record. Oof. Valentino has just beaten it by 1.
Yeah. Oof. Valentino, GG J-Mag. It was a great game, honestly. Holy, just Valentino, oh my word. You had a special game, brother. Your team played very, very well. Great game from all the players involved. That was a huge upset. FD not quite at their best today. Does happen. They still have a chance, and they should most likely make the finals. But that was something else, Valentino. Well played, mate.
I love seeing upsets. Doesn't matter who it's against. Doesn't matter who upsets.
Oof.
I love seeing the upset because it just shakes all of that analytical everything that I've done for the league. It just shakes all of it up and